What transforms mere politeness into magnetic elegance? It begins with silencing those questions, the socially lethal missteps that ignite mental sirens screaming, "Never ask this!" Welcome to Feminine Queen, where sophistication isn't sculpted. It's whispered through every carefully chosen silence. Darling, if you've ever felt your heart race when someone crosses a line, or wondered how to glide through conversations like a swan on a moonlit lake, you're in the right nest. Let's pour some floral tea and talk about how to protect your energy while radiating warmth. After all, a queen's strength isn't in her armor. It's in her ability to make others feel safe in her presence. Today, we decode the unwritten etiquette of grace by revealing 10 questions classy people never ask. This isn't about memorizing a rule book. It's about mastering the nuanced art of connection without collateral damage. Because even questions dripping with good intentions can slice relationships like velvet-covered daggers, painful yet shockingly subtle. Think of this as your secret garden of social graces. We're planting roses where others scatter thorns. Ready to bloom? We've all felt it. The gut punch of still single at a family dinner, or the silent panic when someone probes, "What's your salary?" Queries that turn champagne bubbles into lead. Confession, I once complimented a friend's pregnancy glow. She'd simply discovered carb cycling. But sweetheart, here's the truth. You're not here to be everyone's open book. Some pages are meant to stay dog-eared and private, folded close to your heart. Let's turn those cringeworthy moments into opportunities to shine brighter. But here's your secret weapon. True class isn't sterile perfection. It's alchemy. It's transforming fumbles into finesse and tension into connection. By the end of this video, you'll wield responses so effortlessly polished, you'll turn cringe moments into masterclasses in diplomacy. Ready to rewrite your social script with queenly elegance? Let's dive in. 1. How much did that cost? This question is a velvet-gloved punch to the gut, masquerading as casual curiosity. It reduces the artistry of a handcrafted necklace or the sentimental value of a vintage heirloom to a transactional exchange. Imagine your friend's eyes lighting up as they share the story of a thrifted coat they've restored, only for you to bulldoze the magic with a demand for digits. Money is the least interesting part of any treasure. True elegance lies in appreciating the why behind an object, the hunt, the memory, the way it makes someone feel alive. When you fixate on price tags, you shrink worlds into spreadsheets. Love. Next time you're tempted to ask about cost, pause and ask about the story instead. Where did you find this gem? Or what's the memory behind it? Opens a door to their soul, not their wallet. Connection over calculation, always. If someone lobs this at you, don't justify. Elevate. Respond with a smirk, more than a latte, less than therapy. Then pivot to what matters. But tell me, where did you find that breathtaking confidence of yours? Redirect the spotlight to their essence, not their expenses. Class isn't about wealth. It's about seeing value where others see numbers. 2. When are you having kids? This question is a societal script shoved into women's hands, demanding they perform motherhood like a well-rehearsed play. It ignores the silent battles, the miscarriages mourned in secret, the IVF injections hidden in bathroom stalls, the radical choice to prioritize a career or solitude. A feminine queen's worth isn't measured by cribs or pacifiers. Her legacy is written in her laughter, her creations, her unapologetic freedom. Sweet pea, your life is not a timeline to be managed. Whether you're building a business, healing your inner child, or binge-watching rom-coms in pajamas, you're already whole. Let no one reduce your universe to a nursery. When confronted, freeze the moment with a gaze that could glaciers. Say, "My timeline is a masterpiece in progress. I'll unveil it when the gallery's ready." Let the silence scream louder than their assumptions. Motherhood isn't a checkbox. It's a constellation of choices, and hers alone to map. 3. Why are you still single? As if solitude is a prison and partnership a parole. This question drips with pity, blind to the power of a woman who's busy courting herself. Maybe she's savoring slow mornings with poetry, building empires on her terms, or detoxing from love that demanded she shrink. Singleness isn't a waiting room, it's a throne room. Honey, you're not single. You're self-partnered. Every candlelit bath, every solo trip to Paris, every decision made without compromise. That's romance with your highest self. Never apologize for savoring your own company. Answer with a laugh that sparkles like shattered glass. Why settle for a subplot when I'm the entire saga? Drop the mic and watch their narrow worldview crack. A queen's heart isn't lonely. It's selectively occupied. 4. Are you pregnant? A grenade disguised as small talk. Bodies bloat, shift, and rebel. Commenting on them is trespassing. This question chains women to the male gaze, where every curve is scrutinized for purpose. It reduces the female form to a public bulletin board for updates. Darling, your body is a temple, not a topic. Whether you're glowing from a new skincare routine or carrying life, it's nobody's business unless you announce it. Let's normalize keeping mysteries. Mysterious. Deflect with lethal sweetness. No, but your audacity is quite full term. Let them marinate in the audacity of their irrelevance. Unless she's crowning in front of you, her body is a sovereign nation. No unsolicited visas allowed. 5. How old are you? Age is a ghost haunting women. Too young to be heard, too old to be desired. This question weaponizes time as if expiration dates dictate worth. But a queen knows hers are sequins, not stains. She's 25 with the poise of a sage, 50 with the curiosity of a child. Sugar. Age is just the number of times you've circled the sun while collecting wisdom. Whether you're 19 or 92, your value only deepens, like a fine wine or a vintage Chanel. Retort with a wink. Ageless, darling, like a vampire with better sunscreen. Age isn't a receipt, it's a rebellion. Let them wonder if you're a prodigy or a timeless deity. To the feminine queen whose mystery unnerves them. You are not a puzzle for small minds to solve. Every boundary you set is a brushstroke in your masterpiece. They prod because your aura threatens their mediocrity. Let their questions wither in the shadow of your silence. Now, let's gut the next faux pas they weaponize against your reign. 6. Why don't you talk to family member? Blood isn't a binding contract. It's a starting line. This question romanticizes toxic loyalty, dismissing that some roots strangle rather than nourish. Family estrangement isn't failure, it's liberation. A queen prunes dead branches so her soul can bloom. Love, family isn't just who you're born to, it's who you choose. Your peace is non-negotiable. If cutting ties saved your sanity, you're not cold, you're courageous. Shut it down with velvet venom. Some chapters are memoirs, others are cautionary tales. Then lob the grenade back. How's your relationship with Aunt Karen? Watch them stutter. Family isn't a cult, it's a choice. 7. How much do you make? A probe into worth cloaked as curiosity. Salary talk is a trap. It invites envy or pity, both designed to destabilize. Wealth whispers, poverty is policed. Your income isn't a scorecard, it's fuel for your dreams. Sweetheart, your bank account doesn't define your brilliance. Whether you're a CEO or a stay-at-home mom, your impact is immeasurable. Let's talk about your passions instead of your paycheck. Answer with a grin. Enough to keep my magic funded. Then pivot. What's your passion project? Money is a tool, not a trophy. Redirect to their hunger, not their bank account. 8. Is that real? Translation. Do you deserve that? Whether it's hair, diamonds, or confidence, this question polices authenticity in a world built on illusions. Real is a patriarchal yardstick. Darling, real is overrated. Fake lashes? Fabulous. Lab-grown diamonds? Ethical queen. Confidence borrowed until it's earned? That's called growth. Your authenticity is yours to define. Smile like a sphinx. Honey, I'm real. The rest is confetti. Authenticity isn't proven, it's embodied. Your worth isn't a receipt to validate. 9. Are you sure you want to eat that? A backhanded concern troll policing pleasure. Since when did joy require permission? Food is memory, rebellion, art. That pastry isn't guilt. It's a love letter to your senses. Angel, life's too short for good and bad foods. That cupcake, it's soul medicine. Eat it slowly, savor every crumb, and remember, pleasure is a radical act of self-love. Retort while savoring every bite. I'm sure I want you to taste irrelevance. Let them choke on their judgment. Life's too short for bland salads and blander conversations. 10. What do you do all day? A jab at unseen labor, the mental load of motherhood, the alchemy of creating, the sacredness of rest. Productivity isn't holiness. Burnout isn't a badge. Sweet pea, your worth isn't tied to your to-do list. Whether you're running a boardroom or binge-reading novels, you're living, not auditioning for most efficient human. Rest is resistance. Snap back. I architect realities between coffee sips. You? Watch them fumble, realizing their 9 to 5 is the least interesting thing about them. Your doing is existing unapologetically, the ultimate rebellion. True power lies not in controlling the world around us, but in mastering the storms within. Every awkward silence, every question that claws at your composure, these aren't misfortunes. They are forges. Places where dignity is tempered, where you decide, will you let chaos dictate your worth, or will you sculpt it into a testament of your sovereignty? Darling, you're not just surviving these moments, you're alchemizing them. Every time you choose grace over grit, you're stitching another layer of gold into your legacy. Class isn't inherited, it's forged. Like a Stoic standing unfazed in the Roman Forum, you too can choose to meet intrusions not with brittle defensiveness, but with the quiet fire of someone who knows their value cannot be measured by another's curiosity. When others pry, you refine. When they stumble into rudeness, you don't rise above. You anchor deeper. Remember, love, you're not here to be perfect. You're here to be you. Softness and steel, honey and lightning. The world needs your kind of magic. Because elegance isn't a performance. It's the armor of self-possession, hammered into being by every choice to prioritize respect over reaction. So the next time someone asks, why aren't you married yet? Or who did you vote for? Remember, you are not obligated to feed their assumptions. Your peace is not a public well. Close the door on noise. Open windows to wisdom. And if they insist on dragging you into the mud, stand so firmly in your truth that the ground beneath you becomes marble. Go forth, gorgeous. The world isn't ready for your brand of grace, but it's about to learn. This is Feminine Queen, where we don't chase grace. We architect it. Until next time, keep your crown polished and your heart wild. You're royalty, remember?